Alright guys, my first voiceover work in a while, and you're seeing an upper body circuit, a rare circuit for me. And this was Tuesday. On Monday I did bench press, pull-ups, and split squats, and I know that doesn't make any sense, but I didn't get to all of my lower body training last week, so some of it carried over to Monday. Weekend was really too busy for me to do anything. And my hamstrings stayed sore all week, so I didn't get back around to lower body training until Friday. But on this day, you're seeing dips, overhead triceps extensions, and I don't get my shoulders quite as high as I should. I think I've subconsciously lowered them because of shoulder issues, but didn't mean to bring them down this low. So I need to bring them back up a little bit, and this video showed me that, so that's good. So you'll see those two, followed by TRX rows and easy bar curls. So it was chest and triceps, triceps, back and biceps, biceps, and then a little bit of rear delt and anterior delts here too. So kind of working all the way around the upper body. So I did this whole circuit, 4 rounds, after a couple warm-up sets on triceps and some arm circles and that kind of thing. 4 rounds took me maybe 20 minutes. And then I also had sprints. I throw those in there somewhat regularly, but since it's not a focal point, definitely not twice to 3 times a week or anything, at least not yet. So you'll see some hill sprints at the end of this video too. And you can kind of see the angle on those two. And here's biceps, actually seeing some upper body training for me. Here's a sprint. This is right outside the gym, which is also the gym where I work. I did 5 of these, I think, and I was just walking back in between. You'll see me walking back in double speed here. And then you'll see some of my show that night. So this is the beer I had. That's a good one. There's my little setup in the corner. And I can't remember what porter that is, unfortunately, but these fish tacos and sweet potato chips were awesome. Then I watched the Cavs lose. For any fellow LeBron fans, I felt your pain that night, but then we beat the Celtics by 30 in Game 3. So that's good news right now. We'll see how the next game goes. And this is bench from Wednesday, so every day this week I've done upper body so far. Just a weird week. And then I knew Friday's training was going to be a mess, so I wanted to get as much as I could done, because after Friday it would be at least 3 or 4 days before I'm able to lift again. I'll explain the reason for that as we get later into the video. But for this day, I did sets of 6 on bench, but I was kind of in a hurry as usual. So I think on the last set I got 5. So it was 3 sets. And I was alternating with hanging leg raises. I don't do a whole lot of ab stuff, but if I do, it's usually hanging leg raises or ab wheel rollouts. And I'd say it's maybe 2 sessions of abs every 9 or 10 days. But it's not that serious, really. You're about to see my boss peek in right here.
If you'll notice, Cody is doing hanging leg raise.
And there he is. And so I did those 2 and then overhead press, and it was 2 sets here. I think I did a set of 10 and a set of 8. So if you feel like counting, you'll know if this was the first or second set. But really doesn't matter too much. I'm wearing the Donuts and Deadlifts shirt. I actually just ordered 2 new shirts from there because I actually didn't know everything about the brand initially. I just knew that they liked donuts and deadlifts. I didn't realize that they had started selling shirts so they could give free memberships away to addicts at their gym, so that's really cool. And here's a physique update. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, there's a tattoo on me. Yeah. And here's my post-workout super micronutrient dense meal. And here's Thursday's training. It was just 2 back exercises, probably 15 minutes of training. and I was already getting pretty stressed at this point. Just had a lot to do this week. You can actually see my car in the parking lot right there. There's the front of it. Not in focus. So all I did this day was lat pull down and I guess you'd just call it prone cable rows. And I did those unilaterally. That's kind of the only way to do them in that position. And you'll see it next. I think there's probably another phrase for this, and I've probably heard it before, another term for this, but I'm just calling them prone cable rows here. And this little clip's gonna drag on because I did both sides. And that was it though. I did 3 sets of both. I did a couple of warm-up sets on lat pull down, and then 3 working sets, and then 3 working sets of this one too. And since this clip here is going to drag on, I'll take this moment to explain that I'm in Dublin right now recording this voiceover. It's about 3:30 in the morning over there, maybe 4:30. I think it's 10:30ish here. But that's why this week was so stressful and training was so weird. And a little clip from Thursday's show. Here's me taking my dog to the border on Friday. That's Abby. She was a little anxious because she didn't know where we were going. And here's Friday's training. Finally getting back to legs. And I'm doing this kind of hybrid leg press hack squat machine at work. I did 2 warm-up sets and 2 working sets here. My hamstrings were still ridiculously sore from Monday's training. I just don't do split squats that often, and it trashed me. So just 2 working sets, and then I did 2 sets of dips, again, on the upper body, and something along the lines of TRX rows or inverted rows. Walk into a bar and dirty martini with an olive too. Shake, pour, do it again. And this is just a clip from my show in Marietta before we flew out from Atlanta to Ireland. I'll try to get some clips here, and I'll share those with you next week. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys soon.